everyone! I am your teacher today, Teacher Queen Ivory and Vigafria. Our topic for today is all about the practical teaching ideas or the 6 essential ideas for teaching English creatively. For our objectives, at the end of the session, the learners will be able to enumerate practical language teaching ideas and explain the 6 essential ideas for teaching English creatively. Teaching is the process of attending to people's needs, experience, and feelings, and intervening so that they learn particular things and go beyond the given. Teaching strategy generalized plan for a lesson or a lessons which includes structures, decides the learner's behaviors in terms of goals of instructions and an outline of tactics necessary to implement the strategy according to Strasser 1960. Here are the 6 case ideas you can use to incorporate it into your classroom all year long. Number 1. Teach through play. Have you ever participated in a drill-leg race where one of your legs is tied to one of your partners and you run onward into the finish line? Imagine trying to dance when you have that kind of restrictions on your body. That's kind of what it's like when you're so focused on our agenda and its outcomes that we don't take time to play in class. Play is fun and freeing. It allows students to engage with English in a low-stakes, entertaining settings. It creates positive association with the language and provides the space for unique ideas or new questions to come to the surface. But unstructured playtime can also devolve quickly into chaos. How can you incorporate play into the ESL classroom without the risk of wasting of class period? Here are some ideas to meaningful and educational classroom play. Number 1. Games are a great way to encourage play for students. There are plenty of great games for the ESL classroom out there. And if you can't find exactly what you're looking for, create your own or modify one that already exists. Number 2. Role plays are another way to encourage play among your students, especially if they include dressing up. When students play a role in a dialogue, they get the chance to be someone else, and that's allow different aspects of their personalities to come through. It's fun of low-pressure way to get students speaking in English naturally. You might especially consider role-play activities with older students who aren't interested in playtime, but do want a chance to relax and engage with English freely. Number 2. Incorporate students' interest in your lesson. We would have the expression curiosity killed the cat. If curiosity wasn't a strong motivator, when we have an interest in a particular subject or skill, when we have an individual connection to some things we're learning, so we're driven to learn more. Your students are curious. They have interests unique to themselves. You want to know things. I once knew a student who could name every known species of dinosaurs. He loved dinosaurs, and his own curiosity led him to learn everything there was to know about them. Take advantage of curiosity students already have by noting what interests them, what they ask questions about what they have to do in their free time. Ask students they would like to learn about and take their ideas seriously. Then use students' interest as the frame of teaching what you need to cover in your curriculum. When you base your instructions on their interest, they will engage and motivated and their passions to take them to place they might not otherwise go. Here are some example ideas that you can use as jumping off point. First, you can teach the past tense by asking students to summarize current events and pop culture, including anything from a recent soccer match to the last week's episodes of Survivors. Teach vocabulary from magazine or blog students like to read in their free time. Have students work in their speaking skills by role-playing a favorite celebrity on the recent film or TV show. Celebrate students' accomplishment. Celebration is a great way to support the successes of your students, and you should make room to celebrate often. In the process of learning English, it's easy to see more of what you don't know rather what you do. When you celebrate accomplishments, you help students say what they are making progress and moving along the road to fluency. And when you point out their success, they will be more motivated to reach the next goal. Celebration is often reserved for holidays and special occasions. And those celebrations are great, but don't stop there. You can create class books containing works from each of your students and put the book on display for all the members of your class to enjoy. You might laminate pages and bind them, or make your book by placing students' work into puzzle leaves and compiling them in a 3-ring binder. You can also give students a chance to celebrate their own accomplishment. Consider scheduling regular open mic time with students can share their English success. By celebrating your students' accomplishment, they will feel valued, supported, and freer to express themselves in English in the future. Number 4. Conduct classroom experiments. They are not just for a science class. Fun classroom experiments can be an exciting, creative way to get students speaking and thinking in English. Let students make predictions and test outcome to see if their predictions were correct. Encourage use the scientific method in which students pose a hypothesis and then design experiment to test those hypotheses before coming to the conclusion. You can have students write down their hypothesis and result in English, which can get presented orally at the end of the class. Not only will you giving them a vital English practice, you will also be teaching them valuable research and critical thinking skills. Any of your students who plan to continue using English for academic purposes will especially thank you. Here are some ideas for experiments that you can bring into your ESL classroom. The Egg Drop Project is an easy and inexpensive experiment in which students can make predictions and test the outcomes, and is also good, not so clean fun. Bring a little magic to the classroom with these 2 experiments that make magic before your eyes. Find out what soda does to your teeth with this simple experiment. Number 5. Encourage reflective thinking. Creative thinking doesn't stop at coming up with new activities. Creative teaching is also about encouraging new ways of thinking, unique ideas, and students driving learning. One of the best ways to do is to encourage the reflective thinking, or considering and analyzing the surroundings world and past events. For English learners, it means being able to learn from the mistakes and decide what goals, practice habits, and language tools will help in the path of fluency. You can introduce reflective thinking in English to your classroom with a simple but effective activity. All you need to do is to pick a recent lesson or project from your curriculum and ask students to list 3 things that went well and 1 thing they would want to improve. Students can do this in groups or individually. For example, if you're recently assigned a book report, you might ask the students to list 3 things they enjoyed about putting together their own report and 1 thing about the process that they couldn't have gone better. This way, students will be engaging in English while also considering their own language proficiency, strengths, and weaknesses, which is crucial for anyone looking for the drive and direction to become fluent in English. Number 6. Foster connection between students. At the end of the day, teaching English isn't really about the vocabulary list and grammar drills. It's about getting students to effectively communicate in English. It's important that your creative teaching methods home is on this goal if you want them to have a real impact. Fostering connections between your student is one of the easiest and the most useful ways to do this. You can help create a supportive classroom environment by making sure to carve out time in your lesson plans for group works and collaborative learning. Pair students up with different classmates, always giving them a common goal. As they pursue their goals and then achieve them, they will develop mutual understanding and encouragement and will support one another. This will create a safe place for students to put their English skills to use in a supportive environment that encourages creativity. To sum it up, the 6 case ideas you can use to incorporate it into your classrooms are: teach through play, incorporate students' interest in your lesson, celebrate students' accomplishment, conduct classroom experiments, encourage reflective thinking, and foster connection between students. For our conclusion, teaching English creatively is much more challenging than including creative projects in traditional education methods, but it's so very worth it. When our students can think for themselves and express their thoughts, support each other, and explore and evaluate their own ideas, they will confident learners, speakers, and thinkers in the English language. For our reference, Susan Berner, Fluent U English Educator, with our website www.fluentu.com/blog-educator-english/teaching-english/creatively/. And that's the end of our session. I hope you learned a lot about our topics. Goodbye everyone! See you next time around!